Hi, my name is Sarah Bryant with the Bible Journaling Ministries creative team. Today, I'm going to show you how to do a simple Faith Dex or Memory Dex card. I've heard them called lots of different things, but I am going to use a printable from Proverbs 27, 5-6 to show you how to create a simple Dex card. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. So again, this is Sarah with the Bible Journaling Ministries creative team, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple Faith Dex or Memory Dex card. You can call it whatever you want. And I am using this really cute printable, and you can find it at the online store at BibleJournalingMinistries.com/store, and it is the Proverbs 27, 5-6 Loving Correction printable. If you can see that. Oh, there we go. It's just got lots of really cute girl images on it, and a bookmark, and some really cute washi tape, a tab. On the second page, it's got a couple of Dex cards that you can use and some smaller girls that you can use. That's what I'm going to be using today. And then on the last page, it's got some larger images, which will be great for your illustrating Bible, or an interleave Bible would work for those as well. So again, that's the printable I'm using today, and you can go check it out at BibleJournalingMinistries.com/store. And the things that I am going to be using today, what I keep my cards in is, you can make things, but I use my Heidi Swap one, and I just got it online. And I am using the really pretty teal Dex card template that is from that printable, and I actually traced the exact same cards that I have, and the blank ones look like this, and the Dex card that's on the printable is just a tad bit of a different size than what I use, so I traced around mine to give it the different size. And I actually have I just got the Heidi Swap punch, where you just stick it in there and punch the holes, so I use that. So it, as you can see right here, it's just a little bit off from the template, but the template is perfect because you can just simply cut around it with your scissors and you'll be good to go too. And I know lots of people use different size cards too, so that's no big deal. But I just wanted to match mine, so just telling you guys what I did. So I wanted to use this pretty teal card for my base, and I decided I wanted to give it some ink around the sides in some coordinating colors. And I just got these these little ones came in some really inexpensive, I think a 6-pack, like at Michael's. They're very inexpensive, and I use them for a lot of different things. And I just grabbed some coordinating colors, and I thought, since I had just a little bit of white on my sides, from it being just a tad bit of a different size, that I could just go in here with my inks and just kind of give it a little extra color, and it kind of gives my card some nice texture look to it, and it just makes it prettier, I think. And I think I may just go over, just kind of give the card a little bit of a textured look. It's a very similar color to the card itself, so I thought it would blend very nicely, and I think it does here. So that's going to help me to kind of blend in my edges where I had a little bit of white space, and give it a little extra pop in this color. is a little bit of a different teal. So I'm just going to kind of go around the card with that also here, just to give it some more depth of color. And as you can see, there is really no special way to do this. You just kind of make it how you like it. There's really no rules, guys and gals. And I also grabbed some other coordinating colors here with the printable. You can see there's a really pretty teals and kind of this peachy pink color, and in the girls' outfits they have that color, and then there's a really pretty yellow colored also. So I grabbed a pink, and I'm actually going to use a little bit of the pink on the edges too, just because I wanted to give it a little more color in here to just kind of make it a little more cohesive and blend with the colors of the printable. And I think that this pink shade does that very well, actually. I'm going to go in a little around my holes there, and that is awesome. So let's see. Just going to go over, just going to actually add, and I'm just pressing with the ink pad here, guys. It's just very simple. Just kind of give it a little bit of that, hopefully you can see that, kind of a pink color to it. And I also have a yellow shade, and I also have a distress ink that I have that's really pretty color, and I may just use my ink dabber here. Let's see, give it a little color this way. I'm not used to using the ink dabber, although that's a good way. Haha, it's a good way to get my board nice and colorful. And maybe just go around the edges a little bit here and blend in a little bit of color. Yeah, there we go. And so you can see that just by adding some ink to your card, and all I did with this card was I just printed the whole printable on just a regular cardstock, and so that'll make it plenty sturdy for storing it on my Rolodex type storage case here. So I'm just going to pull in a little more ink. Again, there's really no rules. You just kind of do what you think would look nice. Give it some pretty color. And this is one of those things that really is for you. And keep your Dex cards around to remind you of scriptures throughout the day that you need. I really like how that turned out. Okay, so let me set that aside over there and get my inks out of my way. So what I did was I just fussy cut my printable, and I really liked the tab in this pretty peachy pinky color. So I think I'm just going to add a little bit of my pink ink, oh my goodness, okay, to that. And this is the back side, so you really don't have to do anything to it, but since I'll see it, I thought I might just give it a little ink anyway. I don't want to ink too much over the words here because I really like how the white pops on this pretty colored tab, so let's just ink kind of more on the bottom. And there we go. So it just kind of will give it a little more textured look, and I like the way that looks. Great. I don't think I want to add any more colors to that. I think I want to just leave it as it is. And I actually just cut it out here with my Cutter Bee scissors, which I love, by the way. So it's not perfectly straight, but it doesn't have to be. And let me tell you why. Here's why. Because first of all, what you do with your time in God's Word doesn't have to be perfect. And it's all about spending time with Him. And second of all, I think I just made it more crooked. And second of all, I'm going to attach it with some glue, and then I'm going to put washi tape over it. So, okay, let's get that trash out of my way there. So I wanted to do this part first. So I'm going to actually try to center it, or come as close as possible on my card here, like this, I think. And there's a few different ways you can do that. I have my Xyron sticker maker here, which is really cool, fairly inexpensive, and you just slide your paper through here, pull it out on the other side, and it becomes a sticker, which actually is really not a bad idea at this point. So here's how it works, guys. You put your paper in here, and then you pull it through on the other side, like so, and hypothetically, you pull it off. And this one you rub. I don't know why, but they say to rub it and peel it. So I do that like this, and then I have done this with some of my Bible tabs too. I've just cut out some Bible tabs and run it through there, and they work great. The roller that I have in here right now is permanent. It is not repositionable, but you can get a repositionable one, and this just pops right out to replace. So I am going to hopefully peel this off here. Come on, you can do it. I promise. Okay, and you just peel off the... I lost a little bit of my tab there. Well, that's no good. Okay, so, well, guess what? You just work with it. Let's give that back its color. It, for some reason, that sticker pulled off some of my pink tab. For shame. Okay, so let's get the paper that it snagged there on my... It just really snagged the top layer of my tab. Goodness gracious. Okay. So, I'm just going to get the pink ink out and cover where that pulled it off. And then when you pull it off of here, it is just a sticker on the back side, which is great. And so I'm going to line it up again as close as possible to the center of my card here. I really don't want it sticking over too much if at all possible. So I don't know if that made any sense or not, but okay. I want it pretty lined up here. Here's where I'm talking about. I want it lined up pretty much right there. So then you fold it over on the back side, and it's pretty stuck on there. So hopefully once you stick it, you like where you stuck it because you're stuck with it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, now. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. So that is, I kind of made that unrounded there for a second. Let's round that back up a little. So then I had this washi tape, and this is, let's see, this is just a Scotch washi tape, I think. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Yeah, this is washi tape made by Scotch, and my husband actually got it for me, so, which is really nice. And it just has this really pretty diagonal design to it, and it had a teal color to it, so I thought it would match very nicely and be really pretty to go on this tab right here. And I kind of like to just tear my washi tape because I think it just gives it a nice, cool, different look. And I am going to, let's see, I might do it. I think I want to tear it here, and then I also think I want to tear it, if I can, down the middle, because I think that would give it a really cool look. And then I can also kind of layer it together, and yes, then it will be kind of stuck to it twice. And let me set this one over here for a second. Okay, I would like to put this one here. I think, yes. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it kind of gives it a pretty, there's my other one, a pretty layered look to it. And I'm going to add the other one maybe down underneath, and I'm going to tear it just a little bit to, yes, like so. That way it gives it kind of just a little more dimension to my card and really looks kind of cool, I think. So there's that piece. Oh, and when I folded my tab, after I fussy cut it out, I used my bone folder to press it, just because it gives it that nice clean edge, which is what you want. You don't have to use a bone folder. Yeah, you can use probably a credit card. That would work fine too. So I wanted to keep this side of my card fairly simple, and I really liked this cute little girl. And what I did with this, guys, honestly, was there's quite a few of these little girls over here on the printable, and I actually really liked this one that was on the bookmark because it has the heart on her coat here, on her jacket. So that's the one I cut out to use because I like the heart. Okay, do I want to, let's see, I can layer you over that, and that would be fine. That would be cute. Let's give you some ink too. Just maybe around the edge of her. Leaving your designs white around the edges obviously is perfectly fine. You do what you want, which is exactly what I'm doing. I just think it kind of gives it a nice little pop to the designs, just to give it a little color and makes it, and the white stands out really nicely too. But I like the way ink does that, and it also is something that I like to use. So let's give her some pink too. Why not, right? There we go. So I'm just going around the outside of her, and you can still see some teal, which I like. Beautiful. Okay. I'm kind of hesitant to run that through my sticker maker at this point in time. I am just going to use, this is just Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength Glue Stick. It is permanent bond, which is great. So let's just use that. Easy sometimes is the way to go, let me tell you. So, pretty simple. If you haven't used a glue stick, they are some of the best things ever and some of the easiest things ever. They wash off your hands, so that's no big deal. They dry clear. And this one is specially made for crafts, which is good, and it is a quick dry, extra strength hold. Do I want her at an angle, or do I want her up straight? I think straight. So let's do that. Push her down just a little bit towards the bottom. Awesome. And so just kind of push it down a little bit here. And that should be good to go. Awesome. So then, oh, you know what I wanted to do? See if I still can. I'm going to pull her legs up here. I want to give the bottom of this a strip of this washi tape also, because I thought it would make it pretty. And yes, I know I'm putting it over the holes right now. I'll just go a little up from the bottom here and push it down, because I thought that would be kind of pretty. And so I am just going to trim the extra off on the back side here. Again, these Cutter-Bee scissors are great. You can just get them online. I think I got mine on Amazon. So they just do very precise cutting, which is what you want when you're doing projects like this, as you know, I'm sure. So I'm just going to trim the back side of that off. There, that part is done. Let's see what I have on the front here. Yes, nice. Add my glue stick back onto this cute gal's legs here. Get her stuck back down. That'll be good. And then I want to go on the back side and just carefully trim out my holes here. So that should just take me a second here. But if you're not familiar with doing the Faith Dex cards or Memory Dex cards, whatever they're called, like the old Rolodex cards revived, boy, shame I didn't think of that. Anyway, if you're not familiar with that, basically what it is you are just making yourself cards to remind yourself of whatever you need, whether it be just daily scriptures or really anything. The Faith Dex ones are scripture based, of course, and it's kind of just the same as Bible journaling. You just make it how you like it, and then that way you can set it on your desk, you can set it somewhere on a shelf, you can keep it wherever you need to keep it to remind you of your scriptures, and it can help you memorizing scriptures and just be a great, quick, fun way to create something if you don't have a whole bunch of time to maybe make a whole page. Then you can do a Faith Dex card fairly quickly and fairly simply. So there is that part. And around the holes is not perfect, but guess what, guys? It doesn't have to be, because it's going to be put on this holder and you're not going to see that part anyway. And so as you can see, I'm going to see it from this angle here, and then another time what I will do is I will decorate the bottom the opposite way, because this will be the top then when I fold it over, like you can see here. So then I took from the printable again, it had these really cute word fetty pieces right here, and I put them on. Again, I love the teal, and so I added them to this pinky peach washi tape down here to give them a little pop for a background. So I had to cut those out, and I just used my Elmer's Craft Bond glue stick to adhere those onto that, and then I just cut them out with my scissors. Let's see where I want to go with these. Maybe I like to keep things straight sometimes, but I also like things off a little diagonal too. so not straight. Okay, and I liked the yellow heart, and I also just had to finish fussy cutting out this cross in this pretty yellow color, which I liked, and so I thought those would coordinate very well to kind of round out my Dex card here. So I don't know if I want to add, let's see, I'm just kind of trying to decide how I want this to look. I like that. Excuse me. Let me add, maybe on this one, let's go in with a little bit of my pink ink and give it a light pop here, just because I think it makes that really stand out. See? I don't know if you can see the difference on that. Let me see if you can see the difference on that or not. Yes, see how that just really gives it a pop with the ink on there. Just kind of adds to the color that the printable already is, which is really nice. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one, and again, you just take the ink pad and lightly go around the outside of the paper. Easy peasy. So, there we go. Okay, I like that. Now, do I want to do, maybe I'll grab this. Okay, so my video cut out on me here, but what I was doing was adding ink. I had just started adding ink to this yellow heart here, so I added ink to it. And then what I did was I took my little green ink pad here and I added just a little bit of ink on it. You can't really see a bunch, but I wanted to give it a little texture with the green. And then I finally took my pink ink pad here and went in around the outside of my heart and added the pink around it so you can really see it against the green. And then I actually did the same basic thing on my cross here, and then I decided that I really wanted to keep it simple, although I like the cross. Maybe I could add it up here or something. I like it. I just really, I don't know why, I just really think I wanted to keep it a little more simple this time. And then I took my Elmer's Craft Bond glue stick and I just attached my heart with that, and so that is that, guys. That just makes a really simple, really fun, quick Faith Dex card from the printable, and you can just do that anytime. It doesn't take that long, and just make it fun. If you don't have time to do a big Bible journaling page, sometimes it's nice to do one of these, and then you can just pop it onto your, there we go, and you can just pop it onto your Faith Dex card holder like this one, or you can see, that's really cool. It's basically just a Rolodex holder, and then on the back side I just have it blank. So maybe later I will create something totally different, or it might coincide with the front of my card, who knows. And so there you have it, just a really cute Faith Dex card, simple and quick. And I hope this tutorial has encouraged you to dive deep into the Word of God today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll be notified when we release new videos. Goodbye, guys. See you again soon.